talking about laser hair reduction. First of all, I'd like to cover what a laser is. A laser is essentially light. They are just very parallel beams of light. They're all in sync with each other. They're all at the same wavelength as each other. When we use laser for laser hair reduction, we use a specific wavelength that targets the melanin or the pigment that is present in the hair root. So if this is your hair, this is the hair root from which new hair cells are produced and the hair grows. We are going to literally burn the hair root, so new hair cannot possibly form and grow. This is known as the theory of selective photothermolysis, which we use for laser hair reduction. If you're getting a laser hair reduction done, what can you expect? For one thing, you would need on an average 6 sittings. It's not going to be a one-time thing that you just get one sitting done and your hair is gone forever. It takes about 6 sittings to see the final result. With each sitting that you do, you'll realize that your hair is growing finer and it's taking longer to grow back. The initial few sittings would be spaced 1 month apart. Maybe after 2 or 3 sittings, you'll realize that your hair is not growing back in 1 month. And we need that full hair growth to do the next sitting. So the next few sittings may be spaced out to 1.5 months apart or 2 months apart. At the end of 6 sittings, you may still get a few hair. Maybe instead of 100, you might get 2. And also they'll be super fine, they'll barely be seen, so it's not really noticeable. A lot of patients still prefer to get one maintenance sitting every year to get rid of even those 2 little tiny hair. I for one don't mind them as much, so I'm completely fine with just 1 or 2 hair that stay after getting laser hair reduction done. Also of note is that the thicker the hair, the better the results. So if you have very thick facial hair, if you have thick underarm hair or hair in the pubic region or the bikini region as we call it, typically responds much better, surprisingly, to laser hair reduction because there is literally more pigment in their root to burn. Before you get a laser hair reduction sitting done, make sure you don't wax, you don't pluck, you don't epilate or you don't bleach your hair because we need the hair root to be present for the laser to act on. What you can do in between sittings or before a sitting, if you really feel the need to get rid of that hair, you can shave it. It's absolutely safe and it will not make your hair thicker. When you come for a laser hair reduction sitting, we first shave off all of that hair that has to be treated. We mark out the areas and we plan out exactly how much energy of what wavelength has to be given to your skin. The procedure is essentially painless. It's a big myth that it's painful. It's almost painless. Only some areas where your skin is more sensitive, like for example, the bikini area may be a tad bit painful. The upper lip may be a little painful, but most other areas are virtually painless. What you must note is post-procedure, the only precaution you'd really have to take is to avoid sun exposure as much as possible. Your skin is a little more sensitive, so make sure you don't step out in the sun too much for a week after getting a laser hair reduction procedure done. Use sunscreens intensively if you must. Another question I get asked is, am I a suitable candidate for it? Most people are suitable candidates for it as long as you're over the age of 18. Even males very frequently get laser hair reduction done. They typically do it for shaping their beard, for getting rid of hair on their ears, for hair on their backs or on their chest which may feel a little excessive. Or also we see a lot of males nowadays who come in asking for a full body laser hair reduction as well. When does laser hair reduction not work is also a very important question to address. If you have an underlying hormonal condition which is not controlled, for example PCOS which is not controlled, or any condition that is causing an increase in male hormones or androgens, laser hair reduction sittings may not work or may need multiple sittings, way more than 6 sittings to show results. So I always tell my patients to check their hormonal status before we start a laser hair reduction sitting. A lot of people ask me if laser hair reduction is prohibitively expensive because that's literally what people believe. While it may seem expensive when you see the cost up front, but do understand that it only takes 6 sittings. As against if you wax, You've probably been waxing since the age of 15 and you're going to be waxing till you're at least maybe 60. So that's about 45 years of waxing every month. If you add the money that you spend on waxing, laser hair reduction may be just about 1/3 of that price, at the most half of that price. So laser hair reduction is actually cheaper than waxing. You just have to try not to be penny wise, pound foolish. You might have come across somebody who told you that they've done laser hair reduction but it hasn't worked for them. There could be multiple reasons for that. First of all, inappropriate technique. There are laser hair reduction centers everywhere cropping up, not run by qualified dermatologists. So make sure you always get it done from a qualified dermatologist who knows how to use the technology that they're using. Another possibility is that they might have had some underlying hormonal issue. For example, PCOS, when it's not controlled on medication or on lifestyle changes, might keep giving you that continued hormonal stimulation. Any hyperandrogenic state, just like PCOS, can also result in excess number of sittings of laser hair reduction or a recurrence after you finished your laser hair reduction. So be careful that you don't have any such hormonal issue underlying which is causing excess hair growth. Another thing that laser hair reduction will not work on is white hair. So white hair does not contain melanin or the pigment which that laser wavelength is going to act on. So white hair does not respond to laser hair reduction. So do remember that as well. I hope with that I've covered all of the questions you had in your mind about laser hair reduction. If you still have any more doubts, do feel free to ask them in the comments below.